You're in seat 23A. The aircraft pushes back, you grip the armrest. And somewhere behind that locked door at the front of the plane, two people are calmly doing a job they've done thousands of times before. You can't see them, you can't hear them. And that invisibility, that sealed, silent door, is one of the biggest drivers of flight anxiety that nobody talks about. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to open that door for you. Not physically, but I'm going to show you exactly what's happening in the flight deck at every stage of your flight. What pilots see, what they check, why they're the calmest people on the aircraft. Because once you understand what's behind that door, the fear starts to lose its grip. There's a well-documented psychological principle called the ambiguity-anxiety link. When we can't see something, our brain fills the gap with threat. Think of a noise in the dark. You don't know what it is, so your amygdala assumes danger. Now think of the same noise with the lights on. You see a radiator. The fear disappears. The flight deck door works the same way. You board a plane, it locks, and your brain says, I don't know what's happening up there. And I don't know means I can't control it. And I can't control it means danger. This is not weakness. This is your threat detection system doing exactly what it was designed to do. The antidote is not willpower, it is information.
So let's turn the lights on. Before your aircraft even moves, the two pilots on your flight have already been working for between 45 minutes and an hour. They've reviewed the weather along the entire route, not just at your destination, but at alternates in case a diversion is needed. They've checked fuel calculations. They've reviewed NOTAMs, operational notices about anything unusual on the route. They've cross-checked each other's work. Two pilots, independent checks every single flight. By the time you fasten your seatbelt, the people in that flight deck have already anticipated and planned for the most likely scenarios of your flight. What to say to yourself? They've already done the preparation. The hard work is done before I board.
Here's something nervous flyers almost never hear. The modern flight deck is one of the most redundant, safety-layered environments ever built. Everything on a commercial aircraft has a backup. The backup has a backup. The autopilot system, which manages the majority of your cruise flight, is designed with triple redundancy. If one system fails, a second takes over instantly. If the second fails, a third is ready. The pilots monitor all three simultaneously. The weather radar in the cockpit gives pilots a real-time picture of what's ahead: precipitation, storm cells, areas of turbulence. When you feel the aircraft make a gentle change of course for no obvious reason, this is why. The crew saw something on radar and moved around it, miles before you'd have felt a thing. Think of it like a ship's captain adjusting course to avoid rough seas before the passengers ever notice the swell. You don't feel the decision, you only feel the smooth result. What to say to yourself? That course change meant they were already looking after me before I knew there was anything to avoid.
This one surprises almost every nervous flyer. Pilots don't fear turbulence, not because they're fearless, but because they understand exactly what it is. Turbulence is air movement. The aircraft is designed to move through it. The wings flex to absorb the energy, and as we covered in last week's video, that flex is not a design flaw, it is the design. But here's the cockpit perspective. When pilots hit unexpected turbulence, their workload actually decreases. They slow down slightly, turn on the seatbelt sign, and continue flying. There is no alarm, no emergency checklist, no raised voices. The calmest people on the aircraft are the ones who know the most about what's happening. That knowledge is exactly what this channel exists to give you. What to say to yourself? If the pilots aren't worried, I'm watching calm professionals do their job. Here's the tool I want you to carry on to your next flight. Next time you feel anxiety building,
The sealed door, the noises, the turbulence. Picture the flight deck. 2 people. Checklists completed. Weather reviewed. 3 redundant systems running. Radar looking 20 miles ahead. You are not alone at 35,000 feet. You are in the hands of 2 of the most trained professionals in the world, inside one of the most engineered machines ever built. Name it. I'm feeling the ambiguity anxiety response. My brain is filling a gap. State the fact. The flight deck is active. The pilots have this. The anxiety doesn't disappear immediately, but it loses its grip. This is how nervous flyers become confident flyers. If this video helped you see that locked door differently, even slightly, subscribe to SkyCalm Coach. Next week, we're going inside the landing sequence, the sounds, the movements, and the moment the wheels touch down. And if you're ready to go deeper, my complete fear of flying toolkit, Cobblestones in the Sky, is linked below. Everything this channel covers in one place. I'll see you there.